Hey guys, welcome. This is your Ultimate Podcast with Bobby at Perrier here.
Sally E. Tadina.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Coming to you guys live, especially here for a full moon edition. I wonder if I can change this around a little bit. I'm just getting used to new stuff in my house. I've got a cool little light ring with a selfie stick holder on it, so I'm feeling really impressed right now. We're recording this on the Zoom. You guys get a chance to see this later on side of my page. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Zara. Welcome, Byron. Lorena, what's going on, everybody? First of all, happy 6 months to my little boy. And second of all, happy 17 months to my lovely lady. Super blessed to be able to have you in my life. Can't wait to get married to this lovely young lady in August. It's going to be a lot of problem. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, the only problem is that it's not happening right now. So way to go, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. So straight up, like full moon.
Tag, sorry.
Let's tag Sally in this so that you can have a tag in there. So cool. We're coming live on Facebook, and I'm recording for the YouTube followers here and the people on my page. This is so super neat. I'm like right now I'm pretty impressed because before it was a bit of a messy setup with a selfie stick tripod and my light going off and everything. Now it's a little bit more condensed. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I hope you guys have fun with us tonight. Wanted to throw out some stuff here that you guys may find of value. Okay, so in case you're watching this, feel free to stick with us. We should be here for about an hour. So if you are, that bored and you want to hang out with us for an hour, absolutely would love that. And if you're basically just coming in, popping in and popping out, hello, how are you? Good day, good morning, and good night. But there's something going on here. Full moon edition, right? Like there's a big full moon happening right now. I've been seeing people post about it. I started reading about it myself. I'll post the link. Actually, I think I did already. I think I shared it on my page. So in case if I didn't, I will put it on there. But it's a full moon in Scorpio. So whatever that means, if you guys know, would love to see what you guys feel about that. If you guys know what that's supposed to mean, I would love to be able to get you in on this and to to share with us what that means for everyone. Dude, you're such a cutie. Oh. He's in a good mood, so I wanted to let him laugh for you guys because it's so funny when he does this. Like he just what? He does this to me all day long. And that's what I do to him all day long. We just basically go back and forth. He's laughing at me, and I'm making him laugh. Unless he's like, where's my mom? Who are you? I'm like, it's me, your daddy. How are you, my son? Daddy loves you. Just got him on solid foods. It's pretty cool. But Sally still gets scared when I feed him because it's like you start really small. I just shove the whole thing in there, and he's like, what? I'm like, don't worry, it's all good. So yes, welcome guys. Hey, hello. Thanks for joining us. So let's talk full moon stuff. What's a full moon good for anyway?
For
cleaning crystals, smudging, letting go, energetic release, stuff that you've been holding on to. And honestly, guys, this is a big one. This is a really big one. Can I see if I can hold him?
Yeah.
Hi, my little cutie. I just want to hold you so much when you're so laughing and smiling. You're such a good boy. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, Daddy loves you.
Aww.
Yep. So it's a big full moon release, guys. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be let go of. And you have a choice. Because this happens like every month, okay? Like it's not like we're like, oh my God, this is the only time a full moon's ever going to happen. That's not how it works. This guy is super active right now.
Yeah.
A full moon gives you, I've said this before, but let me kind of just pull back the layers on this. Apparently, okay, so take what you will from this. When the planet is beaming that satellite, the moon is beaming, the energy is magnetizing against us. So lots of things that we're holding on to end up getting released or brought to the surface. If you're not in a state of letting go and you're like trying to resist, then it can be a very difficult experience for you. It can feel like you're going crazy. It can feel like, like things are happening inside of you, and you're not being able to deal with it, or there's depression or anxiety, or like, feeling diminished or in despair. Like all of these negative emotions can come and basically attack the shit out of you. Okay, so when you get a full moon, I mean, I would strongly suggest. I'm not even an astrologist. You know me, I'm all about the numbers. But when you get a full moon in your chart, or in your calendar, I should say, it's probably a good idea to get into that state of letting go of stuff so that you can process energy. You can let go of things. For me, the last couple of months, and I'm kind of like watching the skies here. I'm watching like articles. I'm watching astrology. I'm kind of looking into it right now. I've always been a big fan, but the reality is that there's big, huge challenges that we've never faced before in our lifetimes. There's planetary movements that are happening that are basically only going to happen like once every so many bazillion years or whatever it is. I'm exaggerating huge on this, but there's an opportunity for massive change. Some people have already gone through this, like years ago, and they've paid their dues, and they're experiencing massive levels of wealth and success. And these people, they're inside of our group, they're inside of our awareness, inside of our audience. But there are some of us who are still growing. We're still going through the process, going through the motions. We're still learning. We're still trying to create value and wealth for ourselves and our family and other people. Like we're in the thick of battle right now. This is the year of the influencer. When I look at the numerology, just to back this whole thing up, this isn't the year for massive monetary success. This is not a playground for that. This is a playground for setting the bar, setting the tone, setting the stage. If you want to have a sellout concert, if you want to sell out, an event, or you want to have like a full-on max capacity success in your life, you kind of have to set up the garden. You got to have to set up the stage. You got to set up the road. You got to clean the car. You got to put the gas in the tank. You got to get your license and get insurance and buy the car and get the financing. And there's a bunch of things that need to take place in your life that you can capitalize on when you take yourself seriously and take yourself seriously. So for anybody out there who's like, man, you and me both, like I'm experiencing massive shifts, negativity in relationship, negativity in this or that, or business, or myself, or my demons are coming in and attacking me, or my ghosts are there, or the memories or the letdowns and all this stuff. It really pays to give it some space and acknowledge that part of you, okay? Acknowledge that part of you. Like seriously do this. Seriously, take a minute. You can do this right now while you're listening to me, and just like, you can listen to me as I'm saying things like this, and get into this space of yourself where you're looking at your problem, and you're looking at your challenge, you're looking at your solution, look at it dead in the eye, and just be like, I see you, and I see you, and it's okay that you're there, and I know that you're there, and I'm accepting the fact that you're here. You can't be like, you got to get out of here. You got to let go of you and this and that. That's the eventual process, but you have to unzip it first. You can't just try to shoo things out of your life. It's going to zip right back in because you have to do the inner work. And the inner work is creating a space of love that you need to acknowledge yourself in. So I'm not doing good in my business. I'm not doing good in my love life. I'm not doing good with myself. Whatever it is your problem seems to be, whatever it is your story is, it's okay. There's nothing new under the sun. We're all dealing with the same stuff. We're all human beings. We're robots, okay? So and our souls are the pilots. So to think that we have a chance right now to create space for some of the stuff, like imagine, what is it that you actually do want to let go of? What is it that you want to graduate from your soul? What is it that no longer serves you? What is it that has been holding you back? Maybe you've been playing small. Maybe you're going through a stage right now, like some of my people out here, massive levels of growth in your business, like explosive level of growth. And then you hit this wall and you're like, I don't know what's going on here. Why am I hitting a ceiling in my business? Like, where's the next level? You have to change in order for things to change. You've hit in the plateau. You've hit in the place. You've hit in this spot. I'm assuming the people watching this and the people going through this energy, whether you're here or not, have come to a state where they're thinking, you know what, I'm ready to let go of this stuff now. I'm ready to actually process and progress and grow. I know I have been. I've been getting colonics. I've been doing like organ resets. I've been Reiki healings, RMT. What else have we been doing? I've been doing soul sessions with people, deep energetic quantum healings. And like, I've been digging deep, digging really deep into the part of me that hates myself, the part of me who thinks I'm too fat, or the part of me who doesn't look like what I look like, or thinks my face is too round, or my bits are too this or that, like all of that part of me, and it goes really deep, guys, like super deep, to the point when I was a baby and when I was a kid and I was a small child, and this is where your belief systems are created. You have no choice.
Or even your previous lifetime. Right?
That's even further. That actually did come through. Okay,
Yeah.
so previous lifetimes, you get into that kind of thing, your soul lives a million of them, so you may as well be dealing with the processing of your ancestors as well. If you want to get into that level of depth, I would absolutely suggest that you go that far, because sometimes you can dig, and you're like, man, I'm done digging and I don't know how to get rid of some of this other stuff. And then you're looking further behind you, thinking the way that your soul shows up is the way that your beliefs were set in a previous lifetime. So to think that you have the opportunity, you have the choice to make, that this is no longer serving me, this is no longer in my best value, this is no longer something that I need to take with me into the future, this is not a reflection of my top self, this is not a reflection of my highest being. We all go through this. We go through defeat. Life goes and punches us down. We go back into our old form. We go into negativity on a daily basis. Like it's a constant battle. And I was listening to Grant Cardone. He's like, take the 24-hour no negativity challenge. Like, see how long you actually last before a negative thought enters your brain or something happens to enter your emotions.
Oh, my little tiny cutie.
Is this what happens when there's full moon? Baby just starts to be like super talkative. I think it's because he's listening to me talk all the time that he's like practicing his ability to speak. So I like that he's doing that, but it feels like he's like trying to fall asleep or something. He's like, go give them your smile. Go and show them your smile. Are you smiling, baby? Are you smiling, baby? You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Look at those little rolls. Look at this. Rolls on rolls on rolls. Those chubby little rolls. I love you so much. Anyway, that's my life. That's what I do every day. Is I attack my chubby little baby son, and I love you so much. And that's what he does. He just flips out. And I'm like, oh my God. Who else is just like, oh my God, you're so cute. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Today is a very important day to let go of stuff, okay? It's a very strong, and it happens every month. And apparently this is the one in Scorpio, so you can read up about it, what that means specifically. My take on this is that every single time you have one of these, full moons, you have an opportunity to let go of something that's been bugging the shit out of you or preventing you from getting to the next level. If you were to be completely super clear, 100% super successful, you wouldn't have any more growth, okay? And I was reading this other book. I'm not sure if you guys read this one, Subtle Art. The book inside of here, it basically says, you ain't getting rid of your problems, okay? Like, you're not just gonna like remove all of your problems all of a sudden. You're gonna upgrade them. So as you grow, as you continue to upgrade to new levels of challenge, you know, it would make sense. Like when you eat food, you absorb the nutrients and then you put through the waste. So the same thing with your experience. If you've eaten something unhealthy, if you made an unhealthy choice, next thing you know, you've got a challenge. You're like, oh, I don't feel so good. Or like, oh, I didn't do right in my life. You know, I ate this really negative experience and now suddenly it's deteriorating my body, like me, drugs, 2015. So this feeling is to think, okay, you know, you've got to process that information. And sometimes people don't, and they just hold on to it. They just hold on to it, whether it be in the weight or in the energy or your self-entitlement or your lack of entitlement or whatever it shows up in, can come to attack you to the certain point where you're like, all right, enough is enough. It's too hot in here. I'm boiling. I gotta get out. I gotta move. I gotta remove myself from this situation. And then we seek help. We seek help either inside or outside. Hopefully you do. I absolutely hope that you do go out and seek professional help from people. Athletes do this. The world class do this. People who make a lot of money do this. Hire coaches, mentors, and people to get you through. This is why I do what I do, is because I'm here to help you guys get through things that you're going through in your life. So as you're watching this, the replay or live, think, just run that mental inventory. What am I ready to acknowledge? What am I ready to actually process and let go of that no longer serves me in my success plan? Maybe when you first got into this business, it was just about making money, and I got to figure out a way to make money, and I got to figure out a way to create this business happening because I got mouths to feed, and there's there's energy around this that we need to continue to create success. Hey Anna, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to your ultimate podcast, a full moon edition. We're letting go of stuff. So imagine, what are you holding on to? Anna's a really powerful leader and an absolute massive influencer inside of our community. And I bet you anything, it doesn't matter how successful this woman is, she's also got some stuff that she wants to let go of. So this is what we're doing, is we're giving you guys a space right now on my episode. I'm giving you guys a space to consider what is it that needs to be acknowledged inside of your life so that you can get to the next level of your success. Because once you achieve your success, guess what? There's another carrot dangling in front of you, and you're going to want to go. The grass is always greener on the other side. I like to think it's because when you look in the distance, there is a different level of hue that exists. That's why when you look really, really far off, the mountains look kind of blue because light starts to bend. So it's like an optical illusion that we're always attracted to the future. We're always attracted to the next thing. It's like embedded in our DNA to experience growth. I was just doing this out in the garden. Not much of a gardener. Okay, this isn't my house, and we're renting a place, and the landscaping and the front lawn and the backyard were left to garbage. Okay, and I'm thinking like, this isn't just a lawnmower across the lawn here. There's like a lot of repair and work to be done, and my landlord's like, yeah, we're not including that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay for your lawn to get it fixed. And then my neighbor's like, are you going to fix this? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I am. I'm just going to, who cares? I'm just going to get it done. Be the bigger person. Get into the therapy of gardening. It's fine, whatever. How does your garden grow, right? So I bought some gloves. I went out there and I started ripping some weeds out and like big like plants. And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, is this like Thor's hammer or something? Am I like not? I was laughing to myself. I'm like, am I not worthy to pull out this plant from the ground? I'm like, hey, come on. And I'm like, you can do this. Like, oh, Captain America. So I'm like pulling these weeds out. And it's the same idea that we have to do inside of us. Sometimes things cling onto us. Sometimes they cling onto us and they are surviving based on our neglect. So you look on the inside and you're like, uh-oh, you know, I've got into this state of business, or I've got into my success, or I've got to my new challenge or my new problem. What am I willing to let go of? What am I willing to actually process and let go from? Oh, can you imagine what I had to let go of in order to hold my son? Like real talk for a second. Like this little guy every day, he sleeps in our bed because I guess Sally feeds him in the night. I'm not sure what's going on here, but he sometimes gets put into his crib. But it's normal, right? It's normal for babies to sleep inside of your parents' bed, I guess, when you're a baby. I'm not sure about this. So I'd love your take on that. If you're like, Bobby, you got to put him in the crib, I'm like, okay, well, tell me what's going on. Because in the morning, he's like smacking me in the back, laughing, waking me up, being like, like doing like this. And he's like grabbing me at my face. And I'm like, I felt like that, like the Lion King when Mufasa's like, okay, I'm up. And it's the first little tiny bit of joy other than my smoking hot wife that I wake up next to. And it's crazy because she wakes up just beautiful. I'm like, what? And she just sit there like,
And he gives you serotonin.
He gives you serotonin, my little tiny serotonin, baby. Oxytocin? I don't know, whatever. He gives you this chemical response of just little tiny squishy love. Ooh, love you so much. Mwah. But imagine what I had to let go of in order to actually experience. I wanted to be a dad my whole life. And it's like this little guy has just brought me so much joy. And I had to clear a lot of the demons that were attacking me that I couldn't get past my own self. I couldn't get past my own shadow. My own shadow was like a deep, dark pit of like self-absorbed hate that I was never going to have a family or love of my life like this. Like, and it was a relationship that ended abruptly. The same time I got fired, the same time I moved out of my house, and all of this stuff came clean, and then at the same time I came clean about addiction to my family and started talking about it as a part of my success story. And it was like the setting the tone, because then a few months later I had a dream about Sally. A few months later I met Sally. A few months later we got pregnant. A few months later we got engaged, and now we're about to get married. In this crazy story, if you guys know half of it, you're like, man, this guy's in over his head. And I was like, this is what I've wanted my whole life. I'm gonna run into it. I know I'm gonna have this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. But next thing you know, I'm a father of 3, pregnant woman. I gotta run a business. We gotta travel the world. Like, all of this stuff basically comes to hit you right up, like, and I'm like, okay, hey mom, hey mama, how's it going? So no more swearing, because I do not swear in my go lives. Okay, I'm a respectful young man. And yes, Mom, I'm talking about basically cleaning up my space so that I can have space like this guy. Because there was a time when I was by myself on a balcony doing a go live about success, and I didn't have any. Now I'm like flaunting it. I'm like, haha, la 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 la. Like, look what I did. Oh, can we show his face when he's crying? He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. See, it's not even sad anymore. But when he cries, he's like, oh. It's a constant, like entertainment for this little guy. He's absolutely wants to be entertained or put something in his mouth. So we're lucky that he got lots of cool little chew toys. And yeah.
It's funny how his energy changes instantly from negative to positive.
I wish all of us could do that.
Yeah.
Like we're like, ah! And then. Ah! Can you imagine what your life would look like if you had the emotional capability to shift your state at the time of a child and a baby?
Why?
Like, oh,
why? You know why it's so easy?
Because he doesn't have the years of programming on him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the years worth of programming that like limit your belief and like, oh my God. And like, I get it. Our parents do the best they can. I absolutely, love my mom. She's watching right now for, everything that you've done for us. And I know that it got kind of hairy. I know that it got kind of sticky along the way, and that I'm making up for the rest of my life. I'm making up for how crummy I was as a kid. But when I look at this and I'm thinking, hey, I can do this, it makes me feel like I've actually created some level of success. So I'm super blessed to be able to bring this to you guys and think there is success on the other side of the story that you keep telling yourself. Do. Are we gonna do go lives together when you're older, daddy and son? Do talk to the world?
Oh, yeah, like it's after
daddy and son digging crew. Oh, you're so cute. So what are we digging? What are we digging out, guys? Like, and you don't have to put this in the comments, okay? You don't have to, message me and let me know. Like, come on, we're all busy. You gotta answer that to yourself. You gotta answer that to yourself. What are you letting go of? Is it the way that you attract negative relationships in your life? Or is it the way that you don't find a value of yourself in your own self? Perhaps maybe, you're thinking, oh, I got to make this business work, and I got to, make money in here. But then really it's the inner work that actually needs to take place. Like, we're just using wealth as a smoke and mirrors and not the actual reason why, things are or are not happening inside of your life. Like, it's a really big deal. We have to get real with this, because I'm committed. I am absolutely committed to making sure that I raise these kids right, that I be the man of destiny for them, that I capitalize on everything my parents taught me, showed me, and did for me in my life, so that I can help to inspire other people. People are like, oh my God, you're so inspiring and you really helped me. And that's what I live for, is to know that the universe recognizes my growth, my path, my purpose, my passion, all of the things that I have to go through. I don't want these things to go in vain. Did he just like drool all over me?
Oh, it just happened.
It's okay. It happens. It's either that or I'm sweating, which is really unlikely because that's not that hot. But guys, I promise you something. Your success is on the other side of the thing that you keep telling yourself that is holding you back. Okay, so if you've already consigned and like committed to the fact that, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not this type of person, or I can't make that success, you're only reinforcing that timeline. And the reality is that there's a probability of a billion different things, trillions of different directions you can grow into and you can go into. You can decide to decorate your life one way. You can decide to neglect that part of your life, the growth part of your life, and reinforce your own ego or your own statement. And it's interesting because this is how we keep ourselves safe. Our brains are designed to protect us from disaster. They're designed to protect us from, you know, like from
anything that's
unknown danger. Like think about your caveman brain here for a second, okay? When there's no Wi-Fi, there's no technology, well, the best thing you have for light is fire or the sun, okay? Your brain it's like an animalistic brain. We have to protect our identity. We have to protect our existence. We have to protect our lives. There's a part of us that still exists at that level, even though we've well advanced into the, you know, 21st century and you know, it's about the emotions and the feelings and the coming clean of your emotions and feelings. Like, and that's why talking about it is a really big deal. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., so like about an hour ago or 2 hours ago, tomorrow evening, I'm hosting a men's group for my numerology. So imagine this just for a second. It's tough to talk about your emotions as a guy, okay? Like, and I'm not that type of guy. I'm all about talking about my emotions, no big deal. Because I got a lot of feminine in my chart. I've got a lot of emotional capability inside of my chart. So I'm the guy who's going to be, you know, heartfelt talks with my bros, and like we get deep because it's no big deal. And they're like, oh man, I love this conversation. Because I'm not afraid to go into the deeper connection of what is showing up inside of my heart, okay? And there's a really strong reason why most of my clients and the people I work with are females, because they're already connected to their emotional connection. Whereas with men, it's like a sign of weakness, and we have to, you know, show no emotion. We have to be like, again, it's a limiting belief, but it is one that stems from the caveman days, okay? Because in the caveman days, you either are focused on your family and your survival, or you're dead. You literally are going to be eaten. So if you have this fight or flight mechanism still playing in your head, it's because men have to be strong, and there's been a huge demasculation over the last 100 years and the rise of the feminine and feminism, and, you know, women can vote and women should have equal rights. And I'm like, guys, this is so stupid. Of course everybody should have equal rights. Like, of course we should be like par to par. We can't do this without one another. We've been doing this since the beginning of dawn of time, and we're still existing, but we're converging now. Where now the male is entering into his, you know, feminine side, where we're connected with our feelings, and the woman is entering her masculine side, where she's taking power, control, and direction, and it's seamless now. So when I talk to people and when I'm doing sessions with them, it's like, it doesn't matter what your gender is. It only matters where you want to grow. So when we're looking at, you know, tomorrow night, yesterday I did a group session as well. Tomorrow I'm doing a group session. Right now it's kind of a group session for you guys. We're in a process of moving energy that's been blocking us from accessing our higher level of consciousness. We're in a state where, you know, we've done work, we've started our business, you know, we've had our ass handed to us, you know, we're a year in, 6 months in, 3 days in, whatever it is you're in part of your journey. You're in that state now where you get a chance to look at this and be like, the full moon, imagine, is a light indicator. It's like turning on a light to everything that you need to remove, or everything that's bugging you inside of your vibe. Are you ready to let go? Are you ready to process? Do you want the next version of your success? Are you ready to get to the next level? You've accomplished this, Bobby. You've gotten the kid. You've gotten the family. You've gotten the house. You got the car. You've got the business. What are you going to do now? This is what my soul is basically looking at me. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm going to get clean as heck. I'm going to basically like clean up my body, clean up my mind, clean up my soul, clean up my spirit, clean up my old past, clean up everything that's basically been challenging me or limiting me, because I know that the next year and a half is going to be particularly important. I mean, enough said. Like, look at this little guy. I have to stand up as a parent. I've got 3 more. Like, okay, cool, no worries. Sally's going to feed my boy, so I'm here. What's up? So you get a chance to go through your own inventory, go through your own books, and decide, make a decision as to what is it that you need to let go of. And go ahead and think it right now while we're here. Okay, think it right now while we're here. You know, you don't have to comment. You don't have to post it. You could post it if you want to. I'll tell you a really powerful secret here. When you share what you're dealing with on social media, other souls, other actual energies get a chance to magnetize your energy for you. Because when someone else is listening or someone else is watching, they're paying their attention to you and they're vibrating their energy for your cause. Okay? So there is a wonderful connection point to being able to let go of stuff, you know, speak it to the world. You're helping other people when you do this. You're showing up to actually, you know, like magnetize the energy around this. So when you go ahead and think this at the same time, and you're thinking to yourself, good point, what do I want to let go of? You're lending your energy to my path and my story. So it's a wonderful like reciprocation because I'm doing this for you. I'm speaking what's happening inside of your mind. I'm speaking what's happening inside of your soul. How many times has someone said to me, wow, Bobby, I really needed to hear this right now. You really spoke to me. You really spoke to my heart. It's because we're all going through the same thing and we just think that we're all separate. We think that we're all individuals because that's what our ego does to us. That's what our body does to us. It contains us in an energy that says, this is me. This is not me. This is my body. This is the empty space around me. But there is a big, huge study in we are all one. We're all God's children. That makes us all siblings at a certain level. So we're all spiritually connected. We're all soul dust or stardust. Like we're all basically the same stuff that's billions and billions and billions of years old. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. Like all of this stuff is old. And when you start to realize that overwhelming sensation of connection, that what's that one, honey? When you connect it to everything, serotonin or dopamine or serotonin. You feel a larger connection to God, to others. You're part of a bigger thing. To feel that for a second and to think, wow, we're all in this together. Like some of my coaches watching this, okay, like the coaches out there, the people who actually earn a living helping other people find the success within themselves. You're going into someone's files and you're programming, installing, cleaning, sorting, shifting, moving energy for someone who has paid for your service. This is what I do with people. This is what I do as a living. I go into their chart, I look at their numbers, I'm like, well, here's your problem. And I'm going to validate your situation for you now. I'm going to give you a space to see that someone who doesn't know your story knows exactly what numbers are playing, ingredients are playing, so that you can get an understanding of what's going on inside your life. Super dynamic, absolutely a very powerful experience. If you have a coaching business or you are a coach, or I bless you to no end, and I appreciate so much the path that you walk on, because it ain't easy to put on some gloves and to start poking into someone and pull some stuff out. I get that they pay us. I get that we do this for a living. That's fine. But the reality is that you're still going to, I mean, like I was doing gardening. I was pulling out weeds. Hey, Mom, I was pulling out weeds today. I was doing gardening. Like, yes. Like, what's up? I'm a man. I'm the man of my house. I was pulling out weeds outside. I was doing gardening because I was like, this can't happen. We got to let this thing go. We got to get this stuff out of here. And, I was getting flowers in a card for Sally because it's our 17 months today. And it's a perfect excuse to go and get your lady or your man some flowers or your lady some flowers. Do it every month. I mean, I do it more than a month in 1 month. But there's always going to be flowers, new, fresh flowers, something smelling good in our kitchen, okay? It's how we live our life. And I would think that that's a staple of a healthy relationship, okay? Flowers die. That's a symbol that you got to get more. And so, I was pulling out weeds, and some of these guys have thorns on them. And, this is what happens when you're a coach. You're a landscaper. I'm like, oh, I got to hire a landscaper. I got to hire someone to come out here and get this stuff done for me. And like the big stuff, like fix the lawn and get the shit. And I'm like, I'll do the small things myself. So I'm sitting there pulling out weeds. Like I'm freaking like, this is tough. Cause I said this a second ago. I'm like, I felt like I was trying to pull Thor's hammer out. Like this thing was just in the ground. I'm like, like really getting in there. And then I get to the other part where it's like, it's super like thorned up, like thorny bushes. I'm like, this is a defense system. Some of that stuff that's installed in your head is like hurts you to even try to touch it. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna leave this to the little landscaper. I went and bought gloves that were like dipped in rubber so I could like, you know, get a good grip on it. I did get some, but then as soon as I was like, the compost was full, you know, like the garbage comes once a week, right? And my compost is full. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm done for now, because I'm gonna release some more weeds from my garden next week when I've got more space to throw it away. But the same thing with your mind happens. Imagine this. You know, you fill, and it's a wonderful experience to do this. You fill up your cup until you fill up your garbage until it's ready to be taken out. And I think it's either tomorrow. No, it's a holiday tomorrow, so it'll be Tuesday when the garbage comes to take away everything. Okay, and like the layers and the layers of the meaning is here. Like even Kylie, so true. I needed to hear that. Boom, told you this happens. Every single time someone's either messaging me or they're writing it, Kylie, I appreciate you giving me purpose in my life. In this one moment, I got a chance to share something that I've been going through to help you in a time of your need. And that makes me feel like I'm doing good work on this planet. So boom, there you go, Mom. You be proud of me now. Just kidding. My mom always tells me she's proud of me. I'm like, yes, it's me. She's proud of me. My wife is proud of me too. She's like throwing it off in the back. Yeah, I'm proud of you too. I'm like, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. So I'm just a good little boy trying to get pats on the head, okay? And this is basically the world that we live in. We want acknowledgement. We want recognition. So you're going to look at this thorn bush in your life and be like, it hurts. It hurts to pull this out. How am I going to pull this out? I need an extra tool, or I need something like an extra like thick glove, or maybe I need to hire someone else to get this and let them deal with it. But you should be looking, how does your garden grow? What is in there? And in front of me, a window to my front yard, in the streets there, and these simple, non-assuming little weeds just like bling, 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 and they just sort of like pop up everywhere. Then I get rain, and next thing you know, they're like, and I'm like, okay, that got really, that escalated very quickly. Now I like can't see outside my window, and like, you know, there's a full moon tonight. It's actually not even a clear night, so I'm not sure if we're going to get the chance to cleanse our crystals. For anybody who does that kind of stuff, hey, it's a wonderful way to let the light energy shine on your gems and your stones, okay? So if you're into that kind of stuff, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can, but I've got a very lovely collection of my gemstones. I'm holding one right now. I use them to communicate. I use them as spiritual anchors inside of my life. So yeah, basically I wanted to clean out the front of this, but every so often you're going to find something that's going to be either really dug in, or it hurts you to approach. It hurts you to actually experience. So to think that you have a choice in some, I recommend the stuff you can pull out. Okay, if you can pull this out yourself, then do it. Okay, if you can't, either get the right tool or get the right person to do it. Okay, Kylie says, I'm about to get a call from someone in this group, and I'm so nervous. That's just the thorns on the flowers. Well put. How poetic. And you know that. Why are you nervous? Why are you anxious? Because money's on the line? Are you anxious because you know you're afraid you're going to screw something up? That you're not going to say the right thing, that you're going to, you know, like insult this person? I'll tell you guys something. You know, what's truly meant for you is yours. What's not meant for you never will be. You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person, and you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Whether they buy from you or not, whether they join your business or not, whether it's a success or a learning experience, it's an experience. And, you know, you're going to gain more from a non-sale and from an F-up, from a screw-up, from a failure, than you will from a success story. Like, let that sink in for a second. You sell a trifecta or quadzilla, whatever you're selling, like, and you're in the points. Like, imagine me, I'm in the points. Like, $4,000, like, boom. That's a payday. One sale, like, holy shit, you changed someone's life forever. There's some money on the line. You're learning more from that if you don't get the sale. And there's a moment in there for you to truly grow when you are experiencing this firsthand, and you're like, man, this is crazy. What did I do wrong? You know, and you have a choice, because now the universe is like, hey, I'm testing you now. You said you wanted to get into this business. You know, you said you wanted to make these sales. Now you got some resistance. are you going to keep pushing through this and have the uncomfortable conversation? Or are you going to persevere and get this thing, you know, like get this thing handled and sorted out? Byron's like, we all need to pull out the negative weeds to enjoy our positive, beautiful lawn. Absolutely. And your lawn's looking sick, bro. All right. I've seen your numbers. I've done your chart, and you're rising. And I absolutely love watching your growth. Kylie's saying, yes, I'm a single mom and have no job. I would say that is the fire that you're using to create the value in your life. Don't let that be the fire that burns your house down. And I can get the anxieties in there. The universe has your success waiting for you. You may just be trapped under a couple of thorny bushes where it's like I'm scared to move, but I absolutely am going to move through the pain. I don't care if I get crapped up, scarred up, nicked up, failure. I'm going to do this anyway because, you know, like I like my Sally was a single mom, right? And she, like, that's it. I'm not going to, you know, like you look at your kids in the eyes and you can't tell them no. You can't tell them like, we can't afford this, or like, I can't go to work while I've got children. You know, like you've got to commit to creating success for your family. And I am like so super proud of you for, you know, like, for absolutely powering through this. You deserve success in your life. You absolutely do, Kylie. Chantel, love you, Bobby. Oh, I appreciate you. Love you too, Chantel. Oh, he's falling asleep.
Well, maybe
look at him, so cute. Can you show him? Can you show him sleeping? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. My talks put him to sleep.
And it's good that he's listening while you're...
Subconsciously, I'm programming my son right now. Like, you guys. Like, it's easy to see it in him because this little baby's like a baby can't speak up for himself. He's just downloading everything we're saying. Mm-hmm. And I want to make sure that as a parent, as a soul, as a human, as a coach, as, you know, a life on this planet, that I'm taking the time to speak value and power inside of people's lives. I see the best in you, Kylie. Okay, I thought I said Kylie for a second. Taking it all in. Absolutely. I see the best in you, Kylie. I see the best in all of us. Someone has to. Someone has to see beyond the story that you've been telling yourself, beyond the crap that you've been dealing with in your life, beyond the identity that you've formed around yourself. Someone has to have a clarity for your vision for you when you don't have it for yourself. I like to think that's like a very Jesus thing. And I'm not trying to say that I am. I'm just trying to say that that's one of my teachers, this godlike force to see the best in people, to see the best in them when they don't see it in themselves, to see the best in them after they've gone and failed and they've screwed up their lives like 1,000 times over. That's what a coach will do. We'll look at the light. We'll look at the... If you look at the light, you'll never see darkness again. Oh, that's profound. That's a Sallyism. That's a Sallyism. Do you want to weigh in on this? Do you want to say stuff?
I want to say something like letting go, right? It's like part of, that's how you start, because it doesn't matter how much positive you're putting in your life. When there's still negative, there's still that weed. It's going to keep growing, right? You have to get rid of that first, and then you can maintain the... It's like when you have something in your body, you have to heal it first. You have to let go of that negative stuff, and then you can continue feeding it positive things.
Right now,
okay.
Sally's all on this getting rid of sugar, you know, getting my body cleaned up, and absolutely, like, you know, we've gone through cleanses and basically got hydrocolonics done, and feels amazing. If you haven't done it, get it done. And you know, and then now it's the process of rebuilding, and then maintaining is a different level of action than restoration. You know, if I don't maintain my lawn, if I don't maintain my garden, when I do go out there, I'm gonna have trees that are as big as me, and it's gonna be harder to pull out than you know, Excalibur itself. But if I do the hard work and I gut it out and I'm feeling clean and clear, next thing you know, a negative situation happens in my life. It has no space to grow. It has no space to live in there because I'm going out there every day and being like, ha, 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 pling, pling, pling. and I'm basically doing the daily work. So let's bring this back to the real, because I know we're talking analogies, metaphors. Kylie's saying beautiful, the universe definitely has your back. And my mom's saying, my mom's saying, and don't run into any slugs.
Oh, I can't believe you posted.
She's making fun of you. That's so
There's
rude.
so many of them.
My mom, and this is so weird because I always used to make fun of my mom's Spanish accent when we were kids. I'm like, potty? You gonna go to the potty? She's like, yeah, let's all go to the potty. I'm like,
Oh.
and it was so funny because she's like, what am I saying wrong? Like, why do you guys always do this to me? Like, oh, and then I'm like, I found Sally, and it reminded me, my mom said when we as kids, like, you're gonna find someone just like me. I'm like, done. We're just, and this is exactly what we're doing here. Because I found someone just like my mom, and I'm like, she's like, she's saying, nutrition, and I'm like, nutrition, hey, nutrition. I'm like, nutrition, it's nutritious, you know, it's like, just gotta eat nutritious food, not nutrition. It's like, so, I can't even say it properly anymore, but it was so cute, and I'm like, don't ever change, because I'm a bit of a wordsmith myself. Okay, I like to pride myself on speaking. So when she says some funny stuff, I'm just like in like stitches. I'm just like, this is so funny, so good. Okay, and I wanted to comment because I know Chantel says, Bobby, need to get you in my group very soon. All in divine timing. I'll tell you straight up. I've been waiting, Chantel. Your team is exploding. You are an absolute boss, and I would love to get in there and just give you guys like the power, give you some light, give you some love, give you guys a massive level of amount of success to take with you into your future. When the time is right, you let me know, and I will step in there, and I will absolutely do the good. I will speak the good word for you guys, because we all need it. It's tough. Getting into business, it ain't easy. Your parents don't like it. Your family avoids you. Your friends start avoiding you. The amount of people I called friends that are on my block list now, like, ouch, it hurts. And you know, we need support. Other people need to see or need to be there for you in a time where you're feeling like you're not going crazy. So I get it. You know, it's something that we all deal with. And I'll put my hand up for anyone who disapproves, or they're just wanting to protect you. They're just wanting to see you from failure. They don't want to see you go through something negative. Give them a break. Okay, the people are sick and tired of watching you fail. And then next thing you know, you pick up something else, and you're like, this is going to be the big thing, trust me. And, you know, it's tough to convince yourself of like greatness when everyone else is watching your fall. And, you know, I'm sitting there being like, but you need failure to succeed. Failure is a prerequisite of success, and I got to fail forward and fail through this. And I feel like I have. When you see those little cute little babies just sleeping right here, I'm like, oh my gosh. You're so cute. He's just so sweet. Absolutely, just such a darling. Like, I just want to squish him. So squish him. I just want to squish him, but I can't. And I do anyways, because I love him so much. And that's how you got to treat your life. And someone was telling this to me before. They're like, treat your life the way you treat your son. I'm like, oh my God, I love my life so much. I'm going to squish it. I'm just going to squish it until it pops. And I'm like, because I was doing this the other day, I'm like writing my my gratitudes out, and usually they say, you know, write your vision and what your perfect every day would look like. And I'm sitting there writing down everything that's actually happening, like my site, my app, my business, my family. You know, my wedding's happening. We're creating value. We're group sessions are happening. Like, all this stuff is going on in my life, and I'm like, my wife's doing yoga. I'm like, this sounds like something I would have written before I had it. And I didn't have to go off and think about some weird distant future. I got a chance to experience my success in real time with real emotion. I'm sitting there writing this out like I'm freaking out, being like, this is my life. This is actually my life. Like, I have no commute. There's no mileage on my car. Like, it's a wonderful feeling to think that I'm hands-on as a parent, hands-on on my purpose, hands-on in my vision. Like, oh my gosh. My mom is saying, good night, my loves. Good night, my mom. I love you. I'll see you very soon. Wedding shower. Are we going to do one? Like, just throwing that in there. Just telling you that straight up. What's up? I would love to have one, just in case you guys can host something for us at your place. We'd be super grateful. No big deal. Thank you, love you. But like, I'm just putting it out there, and also putting it out there to any of my Aussies who will make the flight to come out and get married with us on the August 22nd. I have a list of you guys that I would love to invite. You know, if you're wanting to come out and see it, let me know. Please let me know. It would be so amazing to have you guys come up and help us get married. Otherwise, I will be go living. we're gonna go live the whole thing. Okay, so just so you guys freaking know, it's gonna be broadcast. It's gonna be filmed. I'm gonna produce this shit. It's gonna come out. Sorry, ma'am. We're gonna produce all this stuff. It's gonna come out. We're gonna absolutely go out and share it with the world. Okay, so just saying it. You've seen it here first. But if you do need to be there, please let me know so I can absolutely send you out. Chantel, absolutely, yes, please. Let me get you 2 tickets. It's going to be the best event of a lifetime. It's going to be so much fun. It's basically happening August 22nd. We're getting married and straight to the reception. So it's going to be like a half-day wedding. It's like unheard of for Indian people, okay? It's like my cousin's getting married in July, and there's like 4 events. And it's like, you know, the Mendi and the engagement alone. When we went to the engagement, it was crazy. There was like hundreds of people there. It was like nuts. Anyway, back to the topic, back to where we are. Clean yourself up, okay? You've got a spiritual light bath happening tonight or yesterday, tomorrow, whatever. It's not like an instant moment. It's like wherever you live, it's like a 1 to 2 day, 2.5 day period of let go. That you get a chance to bring up everything, like another really perfect example. Brooke, you're watching, right? Brooke is here, rising superstar inside of our organization. Super blessed to be able to have you as a mentor and have you as a friend, have you as a client, and to watch what your style of success and your style of business is, okay? So, you know, you're rising. You're rising right now, and it's clear, it's absolutely obvious that you're rising to hit your level, next level. Imagine a hot air balloon. When you rise, you have to take a bag of sand and let it out. You have to take a piece of yourself that's holding dead weight and let it go. In your case, we're watching this woman rise. We're watching this leadership rise in our business, okay? She's a spaceship moving to the next level. She's leaving orbit. So when you're a spaceship leaving orbit and you're going into outside of gravity, the stuff that's pulling you down, the stuff that's holding you back, the stuff that's like crushing the insides of you that are like you have to really rocket yourself against, at a certain point, the rockets fall off, don't they? And you end up moving into an orbital space that's like, hey, I'm free, I'm floating, I'm in a different generation of my existence. So even people like this, especially people like Brooke, especially people like Byron, especially people like Chantel, like the people who are actually going through a rise right now, it is of critical importance that you look back to yourself and that you recognize things like this happening on the calendar, things like this happening in, you know, spiritual stuff, full moon stuff, whatever, astrologically speaking, numerologically speaking, give your calendar to you, and to know that you're in a state of growth. It also has a state of haircut and cutting, you know, like stuff out and like throwing away old stuff. Like, oh, I've got all this money now, so I'm not going to wear the same clothes I used to wear. I'm going to absolutely, you know, grow into the next part of my life. Brooke is saying, I feel this so much right now. Well, there is a full moon happening. So in case you're like super keen on capitalizing on this energy, you may want to look back and take some spiritual inventory. Write down that list. What is, and you know, the best way to let go of something is to let go in love. It's not to be like, I'm sick and tired of this, no more, and like you get angry about it. Don't do that. Anger is never a way to anything. Let go in love. Thank you. Thank you to my addiction. Thank you to my self-worth. Thank you to all the crap that plugged me up, all the stuff that I ate, all the negative energy that I put into my soul and into my body. I appreciate so much all of that protection I had to myself. It was what I was using to protect myself. So when I get a chance to let go of it now, I'm grateful that it was there to teach me a lesson. I'm grateful that it taught me what I did. I'm grateful that it gave me something that I could use to get better. It gave me a platform to speak about. It gave me street credit. It gave me apps like this is the courses you go through, the stuff that you hate to go through, but it makes you a better person. When you get panged on by a hammer and you get like dipped into like molten lava here or whatever, like you get increased to such a high temperature, it's because you're the finest steel in all of Japan.
You get stronger.
You get stronger. You get beaten into a finer state, right? There's this picture out there. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was saying things like a bar of steel is worth like a couple bucks, but then you cut it down, you refine it until it's like a Rolex and it's worth like tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine the amount of refinement that it needs to go through, the amount of hands it needs to touch before it becomes a precious stone. We were also, another powerful experience, we were going to a metaphysical store, and there's this gem that's like this big, and it's like a satellite to God. And I'm like, I felt it. I'm like, oh, I need to have this. I'm like, how much is this? And she's like, $2,800. I'm like, $2,800 for a rock this size? And then I look at my wife and I'm like, this is like a $10,000 piece, and it's like so much smaller. And I'm like, okay, it's more than that. There's a praise more than that. Whatever, no big deal. The size of it, the quality of it, everything, it's that much smaller, and it's like 5-6 times the amount, whatever it is. Okay, like the feeling is that you get a chance to refine yourself as you grow through your process. So whether it be, a spiritual let go, a coach that you hire, or something that you go through by yourself, it is a good idea to declutter. It's a good idea to throw stuff away. The literal like physical things that you hold energy. I hold this pen while I'm talking. I hold this pen while I'm doing stuff for people. I'm speaking power while I'm holding an object. As I go through a session, this thing gets downloaded onto my DNA. It's getting imprinted. It's an inanimate object, and it's getting imprinted with everything that I'm putting in it. So this is why we can go to nature and let go of stuff inside of the wind or the water or the rocks or the earth, because it's super freaking old and it doesn't care about your little bullshit day-to-day problems. It's like, and then what happened? Oh my God, so sad, hey? And then it's just I'm like, like screaming to the ocean, or like meditating just like in like quietness. I'm like, nature doesn't give a shit about your problems. It's just there to be like, and then what happened? Really? Oh my God. And this little bug walks by and I'm just like, this is a surreal experience that the earth will take whatever you give at it. The earth will take it. Okay? On the opposite end, God will take everything for you. The universe, cosmos, whatever, whoever you pray to, Bruce Lee, will take everything from you. So whether you got support from the earth or support from the spirits, it will take everything from you that you don't need to, hold on to anymore. And I would use this, okay, the top level people use this. Most of my stuff, most of the things that I say, I credit to my mom, Balaj, my learning curve, my mentors, Grant Cardone, my Sally, like none of this stuff is mine. It has all been given to me. I gleaned it from people so that I can have a power in order to give it back to you guys. So this is really like the whole point of me coming live all the time, your ultimate podcast, your ultimate mastermind, your ultimate solution, your ultimate group, what is it? Your ultimate solution to 5 figures a month online. Your ultimate everything. Like whatever it is that you're looking for, I am your solution artist. Okay, I am your spiritual diagnostics. I'm the one who's going to help you discover yourself. And whether it be through something I've learned and I'm putting it back out there, I'm like taking these things that I learned and I'm like rubbing love all over it and injecting love all into it and putting my own ego into it and giving it back out to the world, because I'm that bar of steel that says I'm going to refine and I'm going to get to a sharper blade so I can cut through the bullshit. I can cut through the crap that's happening inside of my life to help other people cut through theirs. Because it's not fun if you're doing it all by yourself. It doesn't make sense if you're the only one. And I'm not saying that I've made it. I have not made it. I am making it happen. And one day I look back when I'm making $1 million a month sitting with Balaj, and they're like, yo, bro. He's like, dude, what the hell took you so long? That's what he's going to tell me. I bet you anything. Because we were there, and he put in the hard work while I didn't. He put his stuff to the side, having kids, getting married, having a family, putting, all of this stuff to the side to build his business till the point where he came back and it was a cakewalk. Whereas for me, I had to deal with this, that, the third, drug abuse, addiction, all this stuff, self-abuse and negative self-worth. I took a slightly different route, and I would like to think that all the money in Balaj's wallet doesn't compare to what I look at in my son. And that's the real fear that I have, is that I'm not going to, I'm not going to stand up in my power, that I have to, become the best version of me. I got to do everything that I can in my power to be a man for these little children in my life. Because I prayed for these guys. I prayed for Sally. I longed for it. And in desperation, I longed to have this connection and this relationship. I don't feel like I could do this without her. And as you know, she doesn't really say very much. But when she does, she's like, oh yeah, I got something to say now. And then she wants to come in and chime in. Checking in. Are you okay? You good?
Yeah.
You want to say something?
I can't do this without you.
Oh, you cutie. I love my Sally. And I'm so happy. I'm beaming. I absolutely am. And I like to think that it's only getting better. I've been formulating plots. I've been writing my book. I've been reading. I've been doing stuff. I'm like, I gotta sharpen my blades. I gotta, what's that feeling inside of my life to think like, where am I gonna, bang the hammer? Where am I gonna, steel sharpen steel? Where am I gonna go in that and jump into the hot, fire so that I can be malleable? Where am I a student? Where am I growing? And that's why I love it when I hook up with clients that absolutely, teach me something about myself. It's crazy to see that happens all the time for me. I hope that you're next. I hope that your presence in my life as a client of mine turns into a mentor for me, so that when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see Byron's in this fucking suit looking like a mad badass boss. He posted a picture one time, he's like flying again, and he's got these shoes in there, and I'm like, oh dude, you are such a freaking boss. You deserve so much success. Travis is so blessed to have you inside of his fam. Like you're one of the greats. You are one of the greats. I promise you, keep your eyes on this guy. He's one of the greats. Same thing with Brooke, absolutely one of the greats. Hands down, you guys are absolutely going to be doing some serious stuff. I'm calling it right now before you get into the millions. That I said it, you saw it here first. Because I can smell it. I can smell success. I know when I see it. And I know it because I'm going there. And if you're with me here, you're like, oh well, I haven't gotten it yet for myself, and I'm not there yet for myself. Stop doing that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. You are going to hinder your growth. Not everybody is the same type of plant that you are. Not everyone is in the same circumstances you are. Not everyone had the same gardening as you did. Some of us are wild plants trying to make our way through the light deep in the forest, and we've got giant trees around us, and it could take us a lot longer to get there. Okay? Whereas other people, I have no idea what the stuff that Brooke had to go through in her life to get to the place she did. I have no idea the challenges that Byron had to go through to get to where he is in his life. You don't compare yourself to other people. You can admire, you can absolutely admire and have admiration. And let's go together. Oh yeah, you know it. You absolutely know. I've absolutely decided. I absolutely have decided that I'm hanging around you guys. When we get together at the parties, I want to go to your tables. I want to be there, and I want to rub shoulders against the people that I admire, because I want that to rub off on me. That's exactly why I had someone in my life with Sally. I met her. First thing I saw about her profile was that she loved dancing. Check. She loved spirituality. Check. She loved affiliate marketing. That's it. I'm sold. That's it. That's too late. I'm falling in love. Like, she got all my stuff that I like in there. Sorry? Filipino. I saw her as woman in a dream. Okay. So check. Okay, fine. I'm done. Okay. And I fell in love. I moved to the island. It was like a solid 8 weeks. 2 months later, we're like getting pregnant. It was basically crazy. It was nuts. Like, it was just absolutely nuts. And it was with the help of people. Before I met her, I hired coaches, as I usually do. This guy's like, dude, you're like blind to love. Like, you can't see it because it's been like smashed on your face. And I'm like, huh. And then when he did that, I started feeling like sand bits coming out of my face. I'm like, am I supposed to feel this? This is weird. I feel like I have something in my face. He's like, yeah, you're going to feel that for a while. I'm like, this is some weird voodoo. Like, this is weird voodoo. If you guys get into that stuff, I would absolutely recommend that you connect with Roy O. Bristow. Bristow.
I don't even know.
This guy basically, he was like, I was like, I gotta, he was a client of mine. And I'm like, I gotta sit with you. And I wanted to sit with you. For some reason, I want to sit with you. And he's like, yeah, I actually help people remove past life shit. And it was crazy because I was like, okay. So I'm like, sure, why not? Like, I love this stuff. I'm trying to find the love of my life. Like, help me out here. He's like, yeah, you're blind to love. For some reason, you just can't see it. You don't see your own value. You don't see your own worth. I'm like, okay, speak in truth here. Help me out. So he like kind of does his thing and he just sort of looks at me. This is like over like social, like a video. That night, I messaged Sally for the first time. Like, ooh, who's got goosebumps? Like, come on. Like, seriously, it's nuts. Okay, Jen's like, I really need to get my name done. Justine Eve Brooks. I'm gonna give you your name right now. Let me give me my phone. Okay, Justine, we're not waiting. Okay, like you. I know that I'm expensive, and you're probably like, oh God, it's so much money. What am I fucking supposed to do? I'm like, no. I'm gonna give you a name right now. Okay, so this is what I do for people. I help them look at their name. I'm like, let's see how this is messing you up. Okay, so let's just go Justine Eve Brooks. You're a lot of fun, aren't you? Like, let's put it this way. This name may be a little bit hard to manage because of how like spaceship it is. Like Justine did this, Justine Eve Brooks did this. It's like all the way up top. And you're like, okay, great, that's awesome. I got the best name out there ever. But you still need to make the climb up to get there, okay? So in case one of these words comes out, there is two things you could do. You can either take out Eve or Brooks and add a letter and just go Justine Eve with a letter or Justine Brooks with a letter, or we can add a letter to Justine Eve Brooks. So if you're watching, let me know. Tell me which one is it. Do you want to make a shorter name or do you want to make a longer name? Okay, so I'm pretty sure if you're like me, you'll probably say, hey, it's already 3 words. Can we shorten this thing down? Kylie's saying, you're the Bobby sweet Melissa has told me about you. Yes. Melissa is an absolute love center. Melissa, I'm assuming Melissa A. Geddes used to be Amy. Okay, now she goes by Melissa. That's a dramatic shift. Or it could be Withers. If you were talking to Melissa X Withers, let me know. But I would imagine you're talking about Geddes. Okay, so anyway, Justine, if we were to even your name out, because I need you to respond to me and let me know which one is it. Do you want to make it longer or make it shorter? If you make it longer, you would be putting the letter G, the letter P, or the letter Y inside of your name, okay? So it would be like Justine Eve P. Brooks, or Justine P. or Justine G. Eve Brooks, okay? Yeah, I'm here. Shorter sounds awesome. So let's take out Eve. Let's go Justine Brooks, and let's put the letter, here you have some choices here. If you take Justine E. Brooks, I was just putting it there because Eve was there. This is going to give you like exactly what you need. Your name is not, you don't need to align your name, okay? Your name looks really, really good. Justine E. Brooks is powerful. It's top level. It's going to take you 15 years in business to really build this. You're like, damn it. But at the end of the 15 years, you'll be a very solid level of millionaire. You're like, I get it. I know. Okay, I got a spaceship. It's fine and everything. But I still need a bike. I still need a car. I still need a boat. I still need a small plane. I still need smaller vehicles before I step into my time machine, the global wealth version of you. Your name is hurting you because it's too high and it's not as emotional as enough as it could be. So we could take a couple options of this, make it a little bit shorter. Justine E. Brooks will move your vibration a lot faster, bring you a lot more childlike love, a lot more let's just do this and have fun, let's not take this too seriously. But this raises a really interesting concept that not very many people experience this. Her name originally, Justine Eve Brooks, is numerologically aligned. Justine E. Brooks is a shorter version of our authentic name, and it's also aligned, but it's aligned for fun. It's a line for joy. It's a line for ambition. Let's get things done now. Let's move this thing right now. How do I get some success happening like right now? Like Bobby's the guy to do it, right? Like, how do I get it done? I'm like, put the letter E. Take out Eve and put E instead. Justine E. Brooks, okay? This is going to give you a lot of gas in your car, because right now you're putting rocket fuel in it and the thing doesn't work because you're like, this is the finest fuel ever. This is supposed to get me into outer space. How come it doesn't work on my car? It's because you're not in your spaceship yet. You don't use that vibe yet. When you become extraordinarily successful, you'll know when. Take the letter E and put it back to Eve, okay? There you go. You're welcome. That's your name you need to get done. I do this for people. This is the conclusion to what I do in a session. Holy smack a cat. Holy smack a cat. What do you think? Should we smack the cat later? First time I've ever heard that. That was payment for what I just did for you. That was awesome. It was like the time when a guy told me, he's like, oh, that hurts, that's a pain in the dick. I'm like, that's hilarious. So we usually say it's a pain in the butt. But my cousin was like, oh, it's a pain in the dick, bro. And I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. Smack a cat. Holy smack a cat. Absolutely, that's what you're going to do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Heart, 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 heart. I'm taking all those. I appreciate you. You're very, very welcome. This is what I do for people. Your name is very serious. You're an old soul. You say you're numerologically an 11. What do you mean? Like your life path? Is that your life path you're talking about? Because I'm about to call you on it. What's your birthday? If your birthday is, you're gonna tell me, and I will let you know. So I'm gonna do a quickly little thing here for your life path. But give me your birthday. Go ahead, Justine. Give me your birthday. If you're a life path 11, I want to know, because people usually say they are and they don't really know what they're talking about. But this is what I do for people. I let them know how serious their chart looks, and then we move forward through it. So in your case, you're going to be letting go of, because this is all about let go of the full moon, letting go of stuff. You're going to let go of all of the crap that's been holding you back, all of the disassociation from yourself, the giant thing you're trying to create. Like, I can't do that. I'm just going to give up on this. And then it's depression, okay? Now you're going to grow into a place of saying, look, I'm just going to have fun, run in the sun, and we're going to do this, okay? So 10th of June, 75. I think you're right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go June 10. I think this is like my birthday. June 10, 75. Because my birthday is June 28, 84. So we'll look at this, right? It's 11. It's the same as my birthday. I want you to take a look at this. Oh, sorry, 75. Let's go 1975. So this is what our birthday looks like, okay? For anybody who's watching, okay, it looks like this. So it looks like 6 for June, 1 for 10, and 1975 equals 22. 6 plus 1 plus 22 equals 29. 2 plus 9 equals 11. You guys can see that. That's how it looks. Okay, it's our birthday calculator. It's basically how we're calculating birthdays. Just want to show you guys mine for a second. Completely different birthday, June 28, 1984. Okay, now pay attention. This is a really cool thing that's happening. I'm so super blessed that I just did this for you, because this is like, what? Life path number 11. Okay, I'm a life path 11 as well, my birthday. And my birthday is June 28, 1984. June 28, 1984. But when I combine it all together, I get 6 for the month, 1 for the day, and 22 for the year. So when I add it all together, it looks like 6 plus 1 plus 22 equals 29. 2 plus 9 equals 11. Justine, you and I are soul brother and sister. We're soul twins, okay? Like, we're part of the same path. We're part of the same energy frequency. So when you're like, oh, I need to get my name done with you, and I'm like, get her name done right now. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it for you right now. I even threw my pen. I'm like, that's it. Pen drop, mic drop. That's my gift to you guys. I think I'm going to do that. Every time I go live, I'm just going to give someone a name. I'm just going to absolutely line someone up. But it's a really cool serendipitous, like, oh my God, this is so crazy. This is happening right now. This is real life. She got the same birth path as mine. Like, I cannot wait to do your session for you. It'll be like reading my own chart. But what I didn't have was, actually, I guess I did have a naturally.
Number 6-1 and
6-1-22.
and you're 6-1.
6-1-22. Like, literally the same thing. So super cool. But look what happens when you put our name together. My name, when you put mine together, Balwant Francisco, it said 988. It's really strong. It's a very strong name. I want to look towards space, but I'm not there yet. Same thing with Justine Eve Brooks. She's got a really powerful name, but she's not there yet. So then I look at my Bobby F. Perryhart. It's a shorter version of my name. F is my middle initial, so it's not a weird letter. Same thing with Justine. Justine E. Brooks is a shorter version of her name, and it's a more easier version for you to go through in life. Wow. Like, that's so trippy. That's so crazy. She's like, it is so crazy. Love it. Spooky, nutty, absolutely next level. When we get a chance to see stuff like this, I'm like, that's Twilight Zone. Yeah. That's like that scary stuff that uses black and white. You know, Sally's like, it's not funny. I get it. I get the joke. You're not funny. I'm like, okay, fine. Actually, it's nice because she does laugh at me. She does laugh at me. Sometimes with me. Sometimes with me, yeah. But usually, it's nice that, you know, you have a relationship where you laugh at each other. Because sometimes I say things and she just starts laughing and I'm like, oh, that sweet, sweet sound. It's like a soulgasm when she laughs at me in the perfect way. And she makes this like, she's like, don't do that. Hi, babe. Why are you making fun of me? She laughs at me. It's a perfect life. I'm blessed to have this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know we went over time. I didn't know how long we were because I didn't have my timer on. Like, I wasn't paying attention. But it's over an hour. This was an overextended let go period. To recap, what are you letting go of? What's no longer serving you? What are you throwing out? It's the garbage is coming tonight. So, like, if you have my app on my phone, it warns me the day before that the garbage man is coming. What are you throwing away that no longer serves you in the next level of your business, the next level of your success? What is it that no longer serves you? Let go and love. Pick it up for the last time. And chuck it. Okay? Thank you. I know it is done. And you could even, if you guys really want to get super voodoo, write down the stuff you're letting go of on a sticky note or a piece of paper, or like cut up a piece of paper and, you know, into squares. Write it down and then roll it up and light that shit on fire outside and let that stuff actually literally burn away. So in case you're that type of person, let it burn away. Let it go. Let it flow. Let it go back to the universe and fuck up someone else's day. It is no longer going to stand in your way. It is no longer going to stand in your path. Do not let this do this to you anymore. For me, I went to stuff back happening as a kid and stuff happening in my past lives when I was like in a really difficult life, when I didn't make it very long, apparently. So the story goes. You never know how much this stuff is true, but I was like, damn, doing a past life regression with a professional, it is nuts. Get that stuff done. I know it sounds crazy, but you're a magnetic, infinite human being, so you owe it to yourself to get outside of the box and go and do the spiritual work. Especially now, we're talking full moons, letting go of energy. Like, oh my God, Bobby, if you lost it. Yes, I have. And I don't care, because that's what I'm doing. I'm losing things. I'm letting go of things. So I'm letting go of my logical mind, and I'm letting my magical mind come back into full focus, because I know that I have to get bigger than myself in order to get to the place where I need to go in my life. And I need to go to the places where I can help people, like I'm doing right now. I'm living in my purpose. So what I'm letting go of, my self-worth, my lack of self-belief, the crap that has been bugging me my whole life, the abuse that I handle to myself and others, the reality that I don't want to live and play small anymore, and that I want to create mountains and mountains of wealth for the people that I love. So I'm letting go of the stuff that I've been holding on to.
Maybe someone else could use that.
So that someone else can use it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So that they can learn from it too.
Like when I let go of this? Yeah. Because some other people are about to make some fun little mistakes, and you know, it's all for the greater good. It's all for the growth. It's all for the better part of the universe. So sometimes you got to be the catalyst. Sometimes you pull the short straw. Sometimes you frick up in life so bad. If you're watching this, you didn't frick up that bad. I don't care if you got bankrupt, if you got arrested, if you got incarcerated, if you got this or that, or you got divorced, or your kids hate you, or you lost someone. You're still alive. You're still actually alive watching this. So you've made it. You've made it to the next round. I need a Noelle saying, you need a book, Bobby. It's right here. It's right here. And I'm writing it. And I'm actually like literally writing my book. And it looks like a journal right now. And it's a bit of messy notes. But look at this one. Random. I don't know when I wrote this, but let's see if I can find a date. February 2018. I'm going to leave you guys with this, okay? How to face challenges. Oh, man. How to face challenges. This is a Bobby original. You said you need a book? Tell me. Noelle, tell me, will this make my book? As is life, challenges are a name of the game. Even your existence was a challenge, from the first nervous pickup line or date to the challenge of pregnancy itself. To some, they pursue it and rise to it, even instigate it for personal or familial gain. To others, challenge is left alone, even as a pursuing of avoiding them entirely. Some people dedicate themselves to challenge, and others dedicate themselves to ensuring they avoid them. But why the stark opposite? How come this range? Usually challenge comes with a stress or a discomfort. This will definitely cause a problem or a situation that challenges you. There are things that you have done to bring challenges and challengers into your life. There are also many reasons why and ways you can profit from challenge. Simply put, stress, problems, challenge, and opportunities are the makeup of energy and ability to create momentum. We can debate over the efficacy of challenges in your life, but this isn't philosophy. We're going to dive into appreciation. So how do you face challenges? Right now, take a temperature check and test your uncomfortable and unwanted emotions when challenge rises. Are you hurt, angry, frustrated, irritated, agitated, depressed, defeated, deflated, in despair? These are varying in the degree of inwards versus outward, active versus passive, yet they all have a seed to the direction in which you may face it. How do you face challenges that you pursue? How do you approach a challenge that is you're taking and doing? What feelings do you get now? Exhilaration, anxiety, anxious, excited, determined, committed, passionate, and you feel that drive to accomplish something worth pursuing. This can start the way until the challenge exhausts you and you resort to hurt. Or how do you face challenges when they are unexpected? This, I believe, is a combination of how you've experienced and how often you pursue stress on average. You can display power or dismay, calm, collected, or wise, or in confusion, hurt, and pain. This is a great way to activate your brain's emergency response mechanism. Okay, so how do you face challenges? How about challenges we seek to avoid? A runner may avoid lifting weights, and a bodybuilder may not be doing any cardio exercises. We avoid challenges for very many reasons. Do you feel failure? Fear of losing, fear of failure, fear of disinterest or being in uncomfort? How about failing others? Might be strong enough to handle it, might not be strong enough to handle it. This will teach you the limits of your comfort zone for sure. This is a small little sneak peek of stuff that I'm writing. But this was a long time ago. Like, I've written a lot since then. And I don't write every day. But funny that my thing just sort of opened up to how do you face challenges? Cool, right? This is basically like stuff that I'm going to be putting into my book one day. But Nicole saying, hello. Noelle saying, yeah. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for my book. It's called Enjoy the Little Things. No, I'm not. It's probably going to be called Spiritual Diagnostics, or I'll numerologically align, Solution Artistry, something. What would Love Fearlessly? That's my book, Love Fearlessly. So it'll be the first one that I write, Love Fearlessly. But yes, of course I'm going to write books. Of course I need a book. But until then, you guys see me live, and until then, I'm patent it. Yeah, I'm going to patent it, copyright it, Love Fearlessly. Every time I come up with something, I Google it just to make sure no one else is like searching for it.
Once you Google it, they have it now.
Now they have it.
Yeah, now they get the idea.
So yeah, don't take any of my ideas. Forget what I just said. Where's the Men in Black little pen? Okay, like forget that. Okay, so whatever. My secrets have been spilled. But I appreciate you guys for being here for our journey, watching my family grow. I remember before it was just me. Now it's my dog, my wife, my kids. You know, it's like, it's surreal. You're thinking like, man, like there's a part of me inside that's tearing up. And for me, I'm like doing the happy dance.
We've always been here.
You guys have always been there. Yeah, I just basically I've been experiencing you guys now. So I'm never gonna let you guys go. I'm absolutely always gonna be here for you guys. And baby's just pulling your cleavage down, so I'm just gonna put that back up there. Don't look at my wife's boobs. Okay, just relax. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here with us and sharing, you know, a piece of my life with you. It makes me feel honored to think that that I can do this. I'll leave you guys with this last one. Like. This was my day. This is someone's perfect day. This is someone's perfect day. I'm grateful for this day. Like, you know, this is, you're writing your goals in the I am presence, right? Cleaners came over and kids went to school happy. I came home to having, I came home to have time to do my visioning and journaling. Life is good. I'm making more money than I'm spending. I got an RMT, astrology, spiritual sessions, and I'm going for my third colonics today. It's 9:13 a.m. Sally does yoga in the background. Having people help us clean releases lots of stress from us. I took my day. I look at my day and think of all the things I see in my mind to accomplish. Get my app up and running, my website up and running, get back to clients, do a go live, get kids to Comox. We have to drive our kids up to see your dad, do a group session, dance practice. The list goes on. It's crazy that this is my actual life and not some list of goals I wish to obtain. I look to my future and I see my house built and it shoulders a mountain and water. We have a candy red Model X Tesla, full trim options, and our life is good. My goal so far for this future is traveling a lot. All power expenses, first class, all upgrades, 6 of us traveling in first class on the plane, babysitter with us traveling so we don't have to leave them behind. Our businesses soar effortlessly. I'm doing big programs and events, retreats, and workshops as I write my date. As I write this, I daydream and I visualize us in a hotel resort, 20 of us doing massive transformation over a few speakers, pouring soul into the vision, into the mission. I see people I want to collaborate with and work with in projects like these. I also write my book, Spiritual Diagnostics, or to be titled, Love Fearlessly. Numerous books in total. But the next challenge before me will no longer be the battle within. I've cleansed, I've repented, I've cleaned up, I've cleansed, I've repented, I've prayed, and commit to the inner work to keep growing my soul as I help more and more people. Blessed to have been featured and invited to speak the way that I have. It is a wondrous time to be alive. I love you. Thank you for not giving up on our dreams. Sincerely, Belmont Francisco. I was like, what? What a great way to end our Go Live tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. I appreciate you guys. This will be one to remember for sure. And check it out. We're going to be on YouTube. I've got my channel up there. You know, for the replay, and for everyone here subscribing, reach out to me if you haven't done your session. Absolutely work out with me. If you guys you know, need an opportunity, I'm here. We're full of them. Okay, love you guys, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And quick shout out to Sunny. Welcome to parenthood, my good man. Your little one is so beautiful. Appreciate you, love you, bro. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye. See ya. Take care. Bye. Let's close this one up too. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll take care and see you guys soon. Bye.